We are really pleased to have here with us today one of the greatest Hollywood stars, Mr. Mίκυ Ρουρκ, to talk about his participation in a film depicting the life of an Orthodox saint, St. Nectarius. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
To start with, I would like to ask you, what was the thing that actually made you say yes to the proposal of taking part in this movie?
The main thing?
Yeah, the main reason.
I'm sitting next to her.
So, did you know Mrs. Popovich before?
No, just from conversation I could tell that her heart and her integrity were in the right place. It wasn't a movie about making money, or it was a project that, like I said, had spirituality, integrity, especially during when we live such terrible times right now with the world in such chaos, you know. And she's very much like does films that she believes in, and not films to make millions of dollars, you know.
And you're playing the role of a paralyzed man.
Yes.
Who is believed to have been healed by St. Nectarius. So it's a very demanding character. And how was the experience during the filming of this miracle scene?
Well, in life, you know, there's little miracles and there's big miracles. I've experienced both. So I do believe in miracles, but I only believe in miracles through God. I don't believe in luck. I don't believe in money and power. I believe that the decisions that you make in life, that the most important thing is to be truthful, to be loyal, and to have a certain amount of love and care in your heart for, you know, for people that are less fortunate than you. You know, what they say is true. What goes up, comes down. And when it comes down, baby, it comes down hard.
You said that you have experienced some miracles in your life. Are there any you can share with us?
My brother, when he was 17, he got very sick. And he was actually in prison at the time. And they let him out of the prison because the doctors gave him 6 months to live. Mm-hmm. And my grandmother told me about a special saint to pray to for a miracle. So every day for my whole life, even now, even though he didn't die at 17, he died 20 years later. But it was a miracle that he lived as long as he did. But when he did die, I lost my belief for about 3 years.
And how did this come back to you?
I talked to my priest. I have a priest that I was very close with for 23 years, named Father Peter. And he died last year. And it killed me because there was questions I could ask him about God and about life afterward. And
do you think people have the need to believe in miracles nowadays?
Yeah, but they don't come easy. My priest said to me one time something, I was asking him about something that was important to me, causing me great pain. And I was praying day and night. And he said to me, Mίκυ, God hears the phone ringing. He hears you calling, but he doesn't always pick it up when you want.
Is it true that you especially love Archangel Michael and you always carry a charm with you?
Oh yes, he's one of my favorite. But the saint that I prayed the most to is this saint that I prayed for my brother, was Saint Jude, who was Jesus' best friend, and he was also a carpenter. but he was the best friend of Jesus. And because he wouldn't denounce Jesus, they cut his head off. But when they killed St. Jude, because he died in such, saying, yes, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. God gave him a special gift, which is he is the patron saint of the helpless and the hopeless and of miracles. So I pray to him like several times a day for my whole life, even after the 3 years when I didn't pray anymore after my brother died. And then when I started praying again, I prayed to him all the time.
Having read the script of the film, what is it about the life and the story of St. Nectarios that you personally can relate to?
I can only speak about my character. It was like, I believe, his last miracle. And when you're laying in bed and you're paralyzed, and they say you're not going to walk ever again, you don't want to live. And my brother got in 4 very bad motorcycle crash where he should have died. And he didn't die. And I feel that that was a miracle, that he didn't die, because I don't think I would have been able to function in society at all if I would have lost my brother so many years ago. I would have been too upset with life.
St. Nectarios was exiled unjustly, convicted without trial, slandered without cause. Have you ever felt you were really treated unjustly in your life?
What can I complain about, I wake up in the morning, I order room service. I have no right to complain about nothing in my life, because so many other people, when you have wars, the ones who go to war are 17, 18-year-old.
Right.
They get their legs blown off, their arm, they get killed, I've had a full life. I can't complain about nothing.
This film, just to jump in for a second, this film, and I wrote this film for the most unfortunate ones. That's who this film is for.
Because you had your own personal experience as well.
I can say the same as Mίκυ. I had my own personal experience, but I don't think they compare to other people's experience. And I feel, life is very difficult. I mean, I feel like I barely survived. It wasn't for my faith, I wouldn't be around. But I can imagine, I look at people that like you say, been in war, lost the whole families, their children, I don't know how they got through.
Yeah.
And this is for them. This is for those who suffer the most.
How was the cooperation with the Greek actors, the Greek crew?
Everything was really like working with Ava here. She helped me out to do a scene that was very important for me. I had her hold a picture of my brother. And because she's so, like a very pure, sympathetic person, I chose her to use to hold my brother's picture when I had to do something.
What would you like your fans to gain from this role of yours?
I don't care.
But you would like to give something
No.
to them.
Like they talk about legacy. I don't have no interest in having a legacy as an actor, because what's more important first is to be a man.
Of course.
Be a man, then you be an actor. It's like a guy who makes shoes. I have a job, he has a job. People could say to a shoemaker, what's your favorite pair of shoes you make?
Okay, I would like to thank you so much for this interview.
And I have a present for you.
You do?
Yeah, 1 second. This is painted
Oh my God.
at the monastery
Oh, wow.
of
Look at
the
that.
monks.
There's not a better gift I could get.
This
Because
is painted by the monks.
one thing
They
I
pray,
know,
they pray over her, so it's for you to paint.
One thing I know, I'll have this my whole life. And I'll pray to it my whole life.
And you're welcome to visit them anytime you like.
I'll be there.
Because you need a new spiritual father now, that your spiritual father has passed on.
So, now you see why it was easy for me to work with her.